Hello, welcome to Bad at Board Games. My name is Brad Lake, and I'm bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today, we're going to be going over 10 Kickstarters, 1 game found. I guess 9 Kickstarters and 1 game found. And we're just going to kind of try to get through them. This is going to be a summary. Am I backing? Am I interested? I haven't backed any of these yet, but it's kind of like there's no way I'm backing them. Yes, I might. What do you think? If you'd like a little bit more of a deep dive on any of these, comment down below. I'll see what I can do. Let's jump right in. First off, we're on Game Found, and this is board game, but board game adjacent, almost D&D, more D&D, open sandbox. It's a Hexplore. This has only been up for a few hours, and it's already $318,000. I don't know a whole lot about this, but as I was looking through it, I mean, it is very interesting. If you're looking to try to have a little bit more structure and you're in a D&D group and don't want to DM everything, this has got stories, you can build characters, you're moving around on a hex map. It's pretty cool. I mean, they've got 2,500 backers already and $318,000 raised, and that was in the first 44 minutes, they were backed. So that's pretty cool. I just thought I'd talk about this because as I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't know anything about this. It's on Game Found. They're typically all board games, and the artwork is beautiful. It's probably more of a campaign and open sandbook than I really have time for. But, if you're one of these people that like this stuff, I would really check it out. You've got tons of books. This is kind of like a way to get into the system if you haven't been in it before. It might be a good starter place. So I would recommend checking it out. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it isn't cheap, but it's $172. And I know everybody loves chip theory games, but I would probably be more willing to spend $172 on this than $195 on the Elder Scrolls. So I think you got more going on here and a more interesting system, in my opinion. For less money. All right, jumping over to Kickstarter, we have Terrorscape. It's so terrifying. So these one versus many games seem to be popping up, right? Beast came out, and I know they had a successful Kickstarter, and I think that might have spawned some others, and it's gotten a little bit more hype around the genre. This is 1 against 3. It's a 4-player game, and it seems interesting. It is $139 for like everything for the expansions in the base game. You are at $299,000 raised, 2,000 backers. No slouch. It's doing pretty well. And then the base game, let's see, where is it? $75. So not great, not horrible. I would say, if you were going to value that, it's probably like 3.5, 4 rating for what you're getting for $75. I don't know. I've read about it and I've watched a little bit about it, but I don't feel comfortable like telling you like, oh, you should get it or whatnot. They have a lot of upgrades. You can get the play mats and you can get a whole chest, and you got the 3-dimensional hidden mansion behind you. But I'm definitely more on the I'm not going to back this than I am going to back this right now. I need to look a little bit more into this. It is interesting, but I do have Beast, and I don't know if I need any more hidden movement games right now. They're a little bit harder for my game group to pull out versus just to pull something out and play. So that's my story there. Headed over to Galactic Renaissance. This is the sequel-ish to Inish. Not doing great. It's got 3 days left to go. It's $136,000 raised, 1,500 backers. I'm passing on this. I haven't found that I love Inish. I really got, I like Board Game Co. and he loves Inish. It's one of his top 10 games of all time. And I played the area control. I think it's okay. I'm not sure area control is my genre. or my go-to. So I think it's definitely why I'm not going to back something. I'm going to want to play it when it comes out, but I'm not going to back it right now. I think I'm going to pass on most area control games going forward until I kind of find my groove with them. But that's where that's at. You can get this game for, let's see, $46, which that's actually a pretty good price. I mean, and then you're going to pay shipping on it. So, you're going to get into that $75 range probably when you're done. But out of a lot of these, I would say, this is probably a 4 out of 5 on the value rating to be able to get a game. Not many Kickstarters are around the $50 mark anymore. So it's nice every once in a while to see one show up. And then we've got Let's Go to Japan, and nobody saw this one coming. I sure didn't, and none of the people that I watch and talk about Kickstarters did either. People are really, really interested in this. There's a few hours left to go, 58 hours, so I'll try to get this up tomorrow, so maybe only 24 by the time this posts. $555,000. I like AEG Games. They've been really good to us. They've sent us, I think, 3 or 4 games now. And I think they support content creators, which I think is pretty cool. So I am interested in this. The only reason I'm not going to back this is this will probably be at Gen Con next year, and I'm just going to buy it then. It will be cheaper after it launches and once it gets to like Miniature Market and Amazon. And I'll probably pay full price when it shows up at Gen Con. But, that's just what I'm deciding to do. I don't need to back it now. I don't want to pay the shipping. I'd rather just pay full retail, not paying shipping when it shows up. So I'm going to get it, or maybe AEG will send it to us as we continue to do more reviews of their games and more giveaways as we can. So I think it's a cool game. It is currently sitting at, let's see, $39 for the basic game. And you can get $69 with Kickstarter exclusives or conventions. So that's another reason I'm probably just going to try to pick this up at Gen Con when it does show up there. On to Project L. So a lot of people like Project L. Project L is coming back to Kickstarter, and they've got 5 days to go, so it's not a very long Kickstarter. They've already raised $240,000, 5,600 backers. There's a lot of people that like this game. I've not heard anybody say anything bad about this game. I haven't played it. I think this would be something I might just pick up at a local game store or want to play with somebody else. It's a light puzzle. There's other games that I would rather play. So it's just not what I'm interested in. Although, if I played it, I might be interested in it. I'm just not willing to bank on it right now and back it for that reason. You've got $45 or 45 euros, which is about $50. You're going to get the base game, which includes the Phoenix expansion, Project L base game, and your rulebook. And then you can go the Collector's All-In Edition, which you can see here, for $105. Gets you a nice box and game trays and deluxifies it all out, right? So, pretty cool. I think there's a ton of people that love this game, and I just can't talk to it because I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But I'll wait. But if you're interested in this is a great one to get back into. This is a good time to get more Project L. Mindbug. I'm interested in this. It's kind of it's a card battler. Not Magic the Gathering, but it's still, you're fighting against another person and using pre-built decks. And I am interested in this. We'll kind of see. I've reached out to them and want to see if I can do a review of this. It's a 2-player standalone expansion. It's a filler game, which is nice. You can play, this says 8 and up. We'll see. I always find that they say they're for younger people than sometimes they really are. But I do like Richard Garfield, and he is, co-designer of this. I haven't found a Richard Garfield game I really don't like yet, so it's another reason I'm interested. We are looking at about $35 euros, which is about $39-40 plus shipping. Probably going to do a deeper dive on this one just because I am interested in it. And, if you want more, you can go up to $61 and you can go up to $99 to get like even more stuff. So yeah, we will see. These are doing pretty good. These are all over $200,000. Then we have Unmatched Adventures. And if you're an Unmatched fan, you probably already know about this, right? You're $420,000, $419,000, 7,666 backers. They have a following. People like these battles. And this is the Tales to Amaze. So Restoration Games has a nice product here. I am not the target audience for this. I am passing on this. But mainly because the skirmish games I like to play are more on the Games Workshop side of things, and where you have Kill Team or I forget the Warcry. I prefer a little bit more complexity in that one-on-one miniature skirmish game. So, but miniature skirmish games are fun, and if you want something a little bit lighter and Games Workshop is a little bit too intimidating, check out one of these packs. They have a ton of them, and there is a crowd, and you probably can find somebody at your game store that likes playing these. So that's another thing. Trying to find people who play the games, that's almost more important. What's in your area? What's your meta? What games do people like at your game stores that you can get into and enjoy? Then we have Point City from Point Salad and Deep Dive. Another one over $200,000 and 7,500 backers and 6 days to go. I am passing on this. These are lighter games. This is, I know this has a niche, not even a niche. This has a lot of people that like these kind of games, and I'm just not one of them, right? So, like a little bit heavier games or a little bit more war in my games. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Cascadia or Calico or Point Salad. Don't hate me, but they're just not my genre. But the price of these games are nice. They're, you've got, let's see, pledges $10 or more. You get, there's no way this is $10. Yeah, there we go. Point City, Kickstarter edition, $19. So it's, for the price, it's good. You can get both of them for $35. So if you want a nice little filler game, small box, this should be on your radar. And AEG makes nice games. Like I said before, they've been nice to us, but this just isn't my kind of game. Now, this one is more my kind of game, and I'm on the fence about it. I'm gonna dig into it a little bit more. I've watched a playthrough of Nova Roma. It's from the same company and designer as Resurgence, and I liked Resurgence a lot and the whole worker placement of that. And so I kind of want to understand what this is bringing. From what I've seen, it looks interesting. You've got a couple of tracks that, change things up, and you can block. So at 2 players, it can be kind of cutthroat because you actually have a blocking meeple that the other player, you may just put it down so the other player can't go somewhere. And in a 2-player game, that would be pretty cutthroat. So I kind of like that. I know Toph does not like those kinds of things, but I am interested. So Half Kingdom Games, they're out of Wisconsin, and Resurgence was a decent price. This one's at $59. So he's, I feel like there's a little bit more in this game than there was in Resurgence because of, more wooden pieces and coins. But I really like the quality Resurgence, medium-sized box, and nice gameplay. It really does have some nice gameplay. And this designer, like I said, he's done Resurgence. He's done Endless Winter, which everybody really likes. I still have yet to play Endless Winter, but Derek has bought it, and I will get to play it sooner or later. And a few other good games that people really enjoy. So it's $59 instead of $70. No. So I will say one thing about this game that I normally don't say about a lot of games. Resurgence is hard to get. And so it is selling for more than you can get it on the Kickstarter. Than I got it on the Kickstarter. So this, if you're interested in something that might hold its value, this may be one of those games because it is a good designer. It isn't going to have, it may kind of fly under the radar just a little. But once it gets out there, and people start talking about it more, it's probably going to hold its value pretty well. So just a recommendation, just a FYI, for Nova Roma. It's not coming out of the great gate screaming, right? It's only $32,000, but so is Resurgence. Resurgence didn't have this big, massive backing either, but that's one of the reasons I think it's holding its value. And then we have Terminus. This one's over $100,000, which is pretty cool. And it's got 2,195 backers. It's got 17 days to go. I'm pretty interested in this. This is a route building game, ish. You're trying to build a subway within the city, and there's some politics in it, in the theme, where you're trying to build your routes and have the most routes so that you're selected for the contractor. It's got a nice video, so if you watch this video up here at the top, and I know it's not like Bus or anything like that, but it kind of gives me this feel of like, oh, you're gonna build stations and you're gonna build routes, and I am interested in this. I'm gonna give it a few more days. If you would like me to do a deeper dive on this, let me know. I may do a deeper dive just because I want to. But we've got $74 in Canadian, which is about $55, and I'm always happy when you see a $55 Kickstarter. So we'll go through all the shipping and seeing how they're gonna stick it to us for that. But yeah, they're saying it's 25 minutes per player, 2 to 5 players. 5 players is always nice. 14 plus. So Man versus Meeples first look if you're interested, and I am interested. So I just haven't pulled the trigger on this one yet. We'll find out. So, oh look, Vito Lacerda. He seems to like it. He's gotten a quote, so somebody at Terminus knows Vito Lacerda. Anyway. So that's kind of it. That's 10 crowdfunding games. I don't normally do like a summary of all of them. I usually do more of a deep dive. Let me know if you like this. If you did, would you like to see more of them? Just kind of breezing over, letting you know what's out there. And I'll kind of do deeper dives as I decide to back or not, like really get into it. Or, obviously the big ones that are $1 million or more, those get a lot of clicks. So we'll see how things go. Just remember, no matter how you play, whether you play solo, with family, or friends, enjoy whatever you are bringing to the table. Have a great night.